This creepy and mysterious video is old, and its origin is unknown. It was recorded by a surveillance camera at night on a street in Brazil. In the footage, a woman is seen riding a bicycle, and suddenly something frightening happens that is difficult to explain. Now, just a quick note for YouTube content guidelines here. No one was injured in this footage. The woman fell behind the pole after the bicycle was pulled several meters upward, then dropped. When replaying the video, it can be noticed that the bicycle appears as if an invisible rope or an unseen force pulled it to the sky. If you have a logical explanation for what happened, share it with us in the comments. A man named Isaac went with his girlfriend to his aunt's house, who was traveling in order to look after the place and take care of her dog for a few weeks. The house was very old and filled with antiques, but at night, Isaac began hearing strange noises coming from the basement.
Alright, so this is like really crazy. That sound. What's going on?
At first, Isaac thought it was just the sound of old wood creaking due to humidity. He also noticed that his aunt had placed surveillance cameras in every corner of the house for some reason.
Aunt is overseas for the week, and she asked me and my girlfriend to come and take the camera. She's watching us right now. Hey, Auntie.
The following night, while Isaac was outside and his girlfriend was alone in the house, something terrifying suddenly happened. She heard loud banging and noise, so she went to check, but found nothing. After that, the door started moving on its own in a terrifying way. Not only that, but days later, Isaac noticed that a broom in the basement would always fall on its own at night while he was asleep. So, that night, he decided to wait patiently for the broom to fall again, when all of a sudden this happens. Once again, the broom fell. Isaac immediately went to check, but found no explanation. Then he remembered there was a security camera in the living room where the broom kept falling. So he tells his aunt to send him all the recordings, even older ones. He started reviewing all the footage and doesn't notice anything weird until he reached this clip where he saw something that completely terrified him. Isaac and his girlfriend were extremely terrified when they saw the recording. The broom falling on its own was already scary, but even more terrifying was the appearance of a black figure on the opposite side, resembling a small boy. After the broom fell, it slowly began to fade until it disappeared. Days later, Isaac posted a video saying that he had found something that seemed to be related to the scary things happening inside the house.
Alright, so we found something that might explain what happened last night. These tiles are of two children that lived here at some point. Memorialized, yeah. They memorialized him by putting him on a tile on this fireplace, and I swear this is the kid that I saw.
Some believe that the house is haunted by the spirit of the two boys who used to live there years ago, while others think the old house itself is haunted and has nothing to do with the two boys. In the end, the final judgment is up to you. Share your explanations in the comments. A woman named Jennifer lived with her father and her elderly mother, who was suffering from a serious illness, and she was taking care of her. Sadly, her mother passed away on March 23, 2025. A few days before her death, a surveillance camera in her room captured something strange in the middle of the night.
Okay.
At midnight, a quiet little female voice seems to whisper, "Come," and the old woman raised her hands and responds, "Okay." A second time, a clear voice of a girl was heard saying, "Mama."
Okay.
Jennifer believes that this is the voice of her sister, who had passed away in 2017. She believes that her sister is there to calling her mother to join her to the other side. What is strange is that her mother passed away only a few days later. Was it just a coincidence, or is there some connection between the voice and her mother's death?
Okay.
Security cameras inside a cafe captured something mysterious that no one has been able to explain. This cafe is old, built in 1924 in Texas. It used to be a pharmacy owned by a doctor who had a dog that followed him everywhere. The dog spent most of its time in the pharmacy. Over the years, when the pharmacy was turned into a cafe, everyone who worked there said they felt as if the dog was somehow still present inside the cafe. Here are some of the surveillance camera recordings. Security cameras recorded many employees and visitors getting nipped at the ankles or even scratched by something that they can't see. What's even stranger and more terrifying is that some cafe staff, especially in the kitchen, claimed they had seen multiple times a semi-transparent figure that looked like a small dog. So far, no logical explanation has been found for this phenomenon. However, a theory has spread suggesting that the spirit of the doctor's dog is somehow still hanging around the cafe. We'd love to hear your explanations in the comments. Late one night, a woman named Heather was sitting with her husband and her 2 sons outside on her front porch, eating ice cream. But then, Heather saw something that completely terrified her.
There's like little mosquitoes.
What kind of going on? What? What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I didn't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me it's not good.
Heather whispers, "She scares me," to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Heather was the only one who saw a semi-transparent woman passing in front of the house. Heather says that the woman dressed in white looked like a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s, and her face was terrifying. Heather felt even more afraid because she couldn't understand why no one else was able to see that woman. But things became even weirder because Heather lives near an abandoned mental hospital that is said to be haunted.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile from where Byberry State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through. And these people just needed help. It's just very sad. Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like, the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like, you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there. And
But this story gets even weirder still. Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he told her that a nurse named Linda had lived in the house next door in the 1950s and had died under mysterious circumstances. She had worked in the same abandoned mental hospital. What's even more terrifying is that he said the semi-transparent woman that appeared in the recording looked exactly like Nurse Linda. So, how do you explain what appeared? A man moved into a new house, but only a few weeks passed before strange things began to happen inside. He started hearing strange noises, especially late at night, so he decided to install security cameras to find out what was going on. And on this night, the camera captured something terrifying. On another night, the camera in the living room recorded a semi-transparent figure moving. Even more disturbing, on that same night, a camera in the yard captured another figure. A semi-transparent, human-like figure appeared and then vanished in the blink of an eye. Day after day, these events became more intense and frightening. The man began hearing loud knocking and banging sounds coming from the attic.
Okay, I just heard a loud-ass banging in the garage while I was pouring my coffee. What the Please do not be something weird. I cannot take this shit anymore.
At first, he was scared and hesitant, but he finally decided to go up to the attic to investigate.
Got up in there and realized there is a light bulb. So, I'm gonna show you what I found. If I can make it up here. These are some rickety freaking steps. That is some kind of a box.
In the attic, there was an old box. The man decided to take the box and see what was inside.
Now let's go get the box. Alright, let's see what's in there. Oh, is that a... There's shit in there. Okay, dustier now. Okay, there had to be a freaking doll in here. Oh.
Inside the box, he found old objects and a doll without eyes. After that night, things only got worse.
Alright, for any of y'all who don't believe that this is real, then I'm just making it up. I'm about to prove it to you. There's nothing up here.
He heard loud banging in the attic, and the attic door shook violently. But when he went up, the place was empty. There was no one there. So what do you think? Is the man's new house really haunted, as they say? Or do you have another explanation for what's happening? This terrifying video was recorded late at night by a surveillance camera at the entrance of a residential complex. The man who posted the video says that whenever he returned from work, he always felt as if someone was following him. But whenever he turned around, no one was there. So he decided to review the surveillance footage. But what he found was truly disturbing. Let's watch the recording.
Ay, gonorrea. Ay, gonorrea.
Suddenly, A strange figure appeared behind the man, then began to gradually fade away. It's unclear exactly what this thing was, but what another camera captured just seconds later left the man in absolute fear. The man entered his home and closed the door, and suddenly a semi-transparent figure appeared, slowly taking the shape of a woman. What's even more disturbing is that, despite the door being closed, it passed through it as if it didn't exist. The man believes that the figure captured by the camera is the same thing he felt was following him every night. Many people in the comments said that what appeared was a real ghost. So, what do you think this could be? Share your explanations in the comments. Many creepy and mysterious videos recorded by security cameras have spread across the internet. But this video seems completely different, and many believe it is real. This video was recorded by a surveillance camera inside a children's bedroom. In the footage, a child is seen playing in his bed. The mother says that at this time her child is usually asleep, but tonight, unusually, he stayed awake for no reason and couldn't fall asleep. Anyway, while the child was playing, something terrifying suddenly happened. Let's watch the footage. The child was playing when suddenly he stopped and began staring at the door for a long time. Then he went back to playing, but shortly after, the door slowly started opening on its own. Then a strange and frightening sound was heard inside the room, and you can notice that the child immediately raised his head when the sound was heard. The mother says that the scary voice was saying, "Let me in." The mother was terrified when she saw what the camera had recorded, and she believes that her house has become haunted. What do you think? The following video was recorded by a security camera. It's late one night when three brothers are asleep in their room. They wake up to a strange sound that seemed to be coming from the window of their bedroom.
What was that, bro? Nah, bro, chill, bro. Hold it down. Bro, are you serious? That's a germ. Bro, it's coming from right there. Bro, but it's hot. No, germ. I don't care. No. The brothers were terrified and ran out of the room when they heard a frightening scream.
The two brothers who were looking out the window say that a very terrifying face appeared behind the glass. It is worth noting that the window is on the 4th floor, and no one could possibly stand there. The following video was recorded by a surveillance camera in a parking lot near a shopping center. Late at night, when the parking lot was closed, security guards were reviewing the footage when something suddenly appeared. Something strange and terrifying.
Yeah, they get, like, anytime you get in the light, they disappear. So it's only when. That is legit.
Yeah, because, like,
That is a person walking in.
that for sure is something, like,
A white, semi-transparent figure was slowly walking back and forth in the parking lot. When the image was enhanced, the shape of the figure appeared look like a human. The security guards were terrified when they saw it, and they had no idea what it could be. What do you think it is?